Hello. As we come to this third of our reflections for Holy Week, I wonder what this current situation has meant in terms of changes to your normal routine. I can imagine that if you're working in a hospital or another key worker role, or if you're trying to keep a business afloat or to homeschool your children, you may have found yourself even busier than usual in the last few weeks. On the other hand, perhaps you're wishing you were busier. Maybe you're self-employed and your work has been drying up, or you're in danger of being furloughed from your usual job. Or perhaps you found that you've got more time than usual on your hands, but you're still carrying a burden of anxiety about the current situation, about your family and friends, or even about your own health. Whatever our situation, it can be difficult for us in this time to find real rest and real peace. So to each of us in this different kind of Holy Week, the words and invitation of Jesus come afresh. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Come to me, and you will find rest for your souls. I don't know about you, but my soul could do with some rest. And yet, if I'm honest, I recognize in myself a slowness to come to Jesus and to find that kind of soul rest that he offers. Why is that? Why do we find it so difficult? Well, I don't know about you, but if I'm busy, it can be difficult to carve out that kind of time to meet with Jesus. And even when I do, I can find that my mind is busy racing about all the things that need to be done. Or if I'm feeling anxious, I find that I can be too busy trying to work things out in my own head or make plans, and I don't take time to come and to bring my concerns to Jesus. And even when I do have time on my hands, I can very easily busy myself in doing all sorts of good and useful things rather than taking time to stop and to be intentional about meeting with Jesus. Because it doesn't just happen, does it? We have to be disciplined and to make the decision to take our eyes off our mobile phones, off the news, off ourselves, and to fix our eyes on Jesus. But if we want to find real rest at this difficult time, then that's surely what we need to do. The words of Corrie ten Boom, the survivor of a concentration camp in the Second World War, are very pertinent. If you look at the world, you will be distressed, she wrote. If you look within, you'll be depressed. But if you look at Christ, you'll be at rest. True rest, soul rest, is surely only to be found in the closeness of our relationship with Jesus. The image that's kept coming to my mind this week is of John, the beloved disciple, leaning in towards Jesus as they reclined at table at the Last Supper. Jesus has just shocked his disciples by explaining that one of them is going to betray him, and they're all busy asking each other, who on earth could do such a thing? Peter motions to John to ask Jesus, and John, reclining next to him, we're told, leaned back against Jesus and asked him, Lord, who is it? That kind of intimacy and familiarity with Jesus came from John's years of friendship with him. But I believe that Jesus invites us all to that same intimacy of friendship with him, and that he invites us in this time of questioning and uncertainty to lean back, to lean in, and to draw ever closer to him. As I've come to pray this week, I've certainly found myself wanting to do that. And I want to encourage you today, as you come to pray, to picture yourself in that scene at the Last Supper, to put yourself in the position of the beloved disciple, because that's surely who we all are as we seek to follow Jesus. imagine yourself leaning back, leaning into him. And as you take time to do that, why not ask him the questions that are on your mind? Bring him your weariness and your anxiety, and allow him to give you his rest. The hymn writer Horatius Bonar wrote these words of his own experience. I heard the voice of Jesus say, "Come unto me and rest. Lay down, thou weary one, lay down thy head upon my breast." I came to Jesus as I was, weary and worn and sad. I found in him a resting place, and he has made me glad. So in this time of uncertainty, in this Holy Week, may we too find our resting place in Jesus. Amen.